back at it again, and we are now at the Monica in Tucson, and behind me is an empty outside patio, but in a matter of a couple minutes, we're actually gonna have a lot of people show up to do a mixer. Now, why do you wanna do a mixer? Why is that important? Well, because it kind of removes you from the business and allows you to kind of put down your guard and be a little bit more informal and get to know people. And that's the one thing that I really like to do, is I like to get to know people, especially around my local area. I like to know what's up, what's happening, what's going on, what's new and exciting. So guys, remember, when you want to get involved in the local community, find out some mixers, find out some things after hours. It's really exciting, and you're gonna have some good interviews to watch. So Jessica, you have a website that's print on demand, and that's a pretty common thing.
Right.
But you were saying, like, I don't know about social media, I don't know if I can get out there, I don't know what I'm doing, and my suggestion was, do you know anyone that likes to do this? And you're like, yeah. And so that's what I'm saying, we're gonna use your vehicle, which is your website that you've already built,
right,
and then we're gonna find that person and say, hey, we're gonna order X amount of material or X amount of, product, and we're just gonna shoot you. We're just gonna shoot you in all different situations, and we're gonna see what sticks. What made you decide not to do social media anymore?
Well, I have it now for my business.
Okay.
I have some accounts up now for business. Like I have Facebook up, I have Instagram. I primarily post on Instagram now. I have a TikTok. So it's adjusting my own comfort level. I understood that social media is today very popular and very in demand for selling, trying to get your name out there, trying to build your brand.
It's kind of like social media, right. If I could take a microcosm into a macrocosm,
right.
It's kind of like this.
Right.
Everyone's walking around and everyone's got certain content that they're
right.
talking about. Like, we're talking about content that's viable to us. They've got other content over there that they're talking about. And so there's like this pool of content. So how do you get above that noise? Because right now we're in all this noise, it's super loud, but how do you get above that noise? And then when you get above that noise, why would people want to follow you? Why would people want to buy your products? Why do people want, people realize that it's not about the hey, here's my product, here's my product, here's my product. It's how do you help them? What's in it for them? Does that make sense?
Which I'm still trying to figure out.
Yeah.
Like I'm still trying to figure out a voice. That's also been a challenge. I've just been posting stuff like, hey, I did this. Hey, check this out. Oh, hey,
right.
I doodled this. This is really cool.
Right.
To do like the portfolio building on social media, which I'm fine with. But actually putting a voice out there, to me, psychologically, is scary.
I like you saying that, because that's raw.
Yeah.
That's absolutely what is happening in a lot of people's minds right now. And that was happening in my mind. I used to be like, no, I can't get in front of the camera. I'm just going to stay behind the scenes. And then it just like dawned on me, and I was like, why am I scared of my own success?
Right.
So if I'm scared that someone's going to put a negative comment out there or knock me or dox me, I kind of get off on that.
Yeah.
I kind of get excited about that. That means that I'm doing something right. So I'll tell you, Jessica, one of the interesting things, and I'm very public about it, is I was sued. I haven't been sued in my whole entire life. I had a really bad business manager, and unfortunately, he had a lot of people that he wanted to have hurt me in my company. And I got sued 4 times in 1 year.
Wow.
4 times in 1 year. And on top of that, I lost $280,000. It was embezzled from me. And so here I am with my company. I have no money. I'm getting sued. I have to buy lawyers. And it was the craziest thing. Because a lot of people would be like, I'm cooked. I can't do it. But I said, fuck it. Let's go. And I just went straight into it. Straight into that wall. And I broke right through. That's what you gotta do. You gotta say, fuck it. I'm gonna stay around. You see, I wanna ride this wave. And I rode this wave to success. And you can too.
I believe it. And also what helps is that Show Source Studios right next door here was also able to help me do like a video to put on my website, to to promote my app shelf space as well, which will be helping to promote local communities, the artists, and the shops who want to champion them as well. So that's what I'm currently working on. So if anyone is interested in contacting me, and I can help them get that set up.
I love her. I love the selfish post.
I'm going to be
I
doing
love it. That's what I want to see.
Shelf space concierge
That's
right
what I
here.
wanna
I'm going to be helping the artists in town with the shops get involved with a little matchmaking there so they can get sales.
Buy or die.
Exactly.
Thank you.
Thank you. It was very nice to meet you.
Pleasure. So I've got Mark from Coyote Dental. Now, why is this interesting? Well, in my other business that I have, I created the world's first organic acid-free coffee. And one of the cool things is we found out through all of this, GI stuff and interstitial cystitis and overactive bladder and leaky gut and GERD and when you drink coffee, the first thing that happens is the acid etches into the enamel. It causes the tea stains. Tyler's coffee doesn't do that, which is pretty cool.
Sometimes I get an upset stomach when I drink coffee, depending on the coffee.
You won't get that with us. Because we've actually figured out a way to not bloom the tannin lipid acids. And it's exciting stuff. And, right now I tell people all the time, like, oh, what do you do? I created the world's first organic acid-free coffee. It's a mouthful. But what I'm doing is I'm kind of adding to my repertoire, and I want to help small businesses. So that's why I started this whole entire podcast / social media to get myself out there so people can see who I really am. I'm like a normal guy.
I do stand-up comedy.
No way.
Robin Williams was my opening act.
What?
Yes. I went
he
on.
Opened for you?
Well, we were in a showcase and he came on. I had to follow him, is another way of saying it.
Okay.
But I did stand-up comedy at the Mint on Tuesday night, and I'm going to Laughs tomorrow because I'm working on an infomercial that is going to be funny, like a funny online infomercial for dental tourism, Coyote Dental. I was the juggling dentist in San Francisco, and now I'm working on material about dentistry in Mexico because there's a lot, and it just takes the edge off of people,
And actually, firsthand, I've been to Mexico, and I didn't get dentistry done, but I took someone down there to get veneers. Phenomenal work. And the cost was like nothing.
One-third the price.
It was nothing. Yeah, it was awesome. It was awesome.
I've been doing it for 10 years.
Thanks, Mark.
Thank you, Tyler.
It's a pleasure. So I grabbed a really cool guy, Ernesto, and Ernesto is into wealth management. Now, the market's been wild lately.
It has.
And people are wondering, well, where do I put my money? Do I put my money in crypto? Do I put my money in gold? Do I put my money in standard stocks? And obviously, we're not going to get into a whole entire in-depth, battle or where we want to put our money. But what I want to do is I want to kind of highlight you.
For sure.
And just give a little bit of insight on what does Ernesto like? What does Ernesto want to see in the next 6 months?
For sure, yeah. So I'll give you the personal side of things, but I'll touch on kind of the first thing you said beforehand. Answer's not the same for everybody, and oftentimes it's a really boring answer. So I'm not going to have the novelties. I'm not going to do any of that. It really does start with your risk tolerance. Depends on your age. Don't overcomplicate it because a fleeting thought is not an actionable thought.
Okay, so pretty much what you do is you cater to the market segment that's in front of you.
Yeah, I would say so. I would say I'm going to treat someone who is 60 years old and maybe has health conditions, who has enough money to maybe do things like long-term care or just be diversified and have the idea of passing that down, versus someone who's younger who may not even need me because they're just building wealth.
It has that risk reward.
They can withstand it for a long time. So it's definitely personal. But on the personal side, born here in Tucson, Arizona, was local. I'm marrying the love of my life, 9 days. So I'm excited about that. Thank you. We met when we were 19. Been together for 7.5 years. We survived a plane crash together.
Holy shit!
So we've got quite the story. We love each other very much.
Survived a plane crash?
We did.
Were you in like a small aircraft?
A personal plane. Her father was an A-10 pilot, and then like a classic pilot got the hobby plane. And then December 27th of 2020, we actually crashed, but he did a good job making us not die. And it's definitely a story I love talking about as well.
Yeah.
You know, in terms of like the everyday stuff, I think that number one, I try to be just not a good person, but a person who makes other people good and makes other people better. Yeah, work obviously, but at home we hold each other accountable. We got 4 dogs. There's just a lot of love.
That's one of the things that I really like to say is hold yourself accountable to your success.
Have to.
You know, it depends on what you want to do. If you're a small business, if you're a medium-sized business, hell, if you're Fortune 500. All these CEOs and C-suites, because I've had opportunities to talk to billionaires, and I've had opportunities to talk to people that are just starting.
Right.
And what I've found, and what I like to state is it's mindset.
Yeah.
And if you hold yourself accountable to your success, then you'll always be successful.
I love that, and that's very well said. The mindset word has gotten so diluted.
Yeah.
But the reality is, if you plan something out and do it, you have the fortitude to stick to it. That is mindset.
Yeah.
So it's a diluted word, but you're right. You talk to someone who's at the very top. They have the same brain as other people, plus or minus. They just have the drive to get it done.
Right.
You're exactly right.
And it's a marathon, not a sprint.
It's a total
and
marathon.
all these small business owners, they say, oh, I'm going to put up a website, I'm going to get some traffic.
Yeah.
Why am I not getting sales? Well, there's a lot of reasons, but you can't get discouraged.
Definitely.
And I tell people all the time, I'm like, you'll never fail until you quit.
It's 100% true.
The second you quit, you fail.
It's the same thing like in the markets too. You look at 2022, and let's say you're down like 15%. You look at 2008, and you're down 50%.
Right.
You haven't lost it. If you're diversified enough, historically speaking, you're going to be just fine if you hold on.
Right.
People don't know what they don't know, so at the first sense of potential failure, it's horrifying.
Yeah.
But if you learn to kind of be stoic about it and learn from it day by day, it doesn't guarantee anything, but why not do things that enhance your increases of success? I
Absolutely.
mean, why not? So, and you know that more than anyone.
Yeah.
So,
Thank you so much, man.
Absolutely.
I appreciate it.
Great talking to you, brother.
So I'm in a really interesting conversation with Damien right now, and Damien told me that he started honestly like me. And I was like, dude, I gotta interview this guy. And I was like, so how'd you get started? He's like, dude, I did door-to-door. And I was like, you did door-to-door sales? He's like, yeah, I did door-to-door sales. And now you own your own insurance company.
That's right.
And that's obviously pretty impressive.
Thank you, I appreciate
So
that.
what was how did you transition from I'm not going to do this anymore in 100-degree weather to I'm going to sit in my office and have people around me and live the American dream?
So it took a couple years.
Of course.
So
Of course.
I left my door-to-door job just because, again, dressed like this, walking out in 110-degree heat was
That
just
sucks.
not the move. It was awful.
Yeah.
I got an offer as the sales manager for a position with Allstate for a couple of years.
Okay.
So I took that on, learned what I needed to, and then when I was ready, an opportunity presented itself, and so I jumped on it.
Yeah.
So now I'm in my own practice.
Yeah, that's the thing that I've realized is if you have the opportunity to move and take your level of expertise into another level of expertise, do it.
Yeah.
Absolutely do it. I mean, I started my company at 14, right?
Yeah.
And so I didn't really get the opportunity to be like, oh, I don't want this job anymore.
Right.
I'm going to move on.
Right.
But what I did do is I took it and I said, I'm going to learn from my mistakes and I'm going to make my mistakes my success.
Right. And that's it. I mean, that's exactly my same mindset. Was I fully prepared for owning my own business? Absolutely not. But are you ever? When the opportunity came up, I had the option. I was like, I can say yes or I can say no. If I say yes, I change my life forever. And even if I fail, even if I make mistakes.
Say that again, dude. That was important. That was a tidbit of really good information.
Right. I mean, when the opportunity came, I knew that if I said yes, I was changing my life forever. And even if I failed, even if I made mistakes, I was preparing myself for even something more than what I was getting into.
I'm at this point now where, I cuss on camera. I used to not. But I'm at this point now where I say fuck it.
Yeah, exactly. Fuck it.
Absolutely fuck it to the next level.
Yeah.
The worst thing you can do is quit.
Right.
I could fail. Man, I've failed so many times.
Yeah.
I have failed so many times.
Right.
And I love the idea of being like, I can fail again. Now, do I learn from my mistakes? Of course.
Of course, exactly.
And if you don't learn from your mistakes, you're bound to repeat them.
Yeah.
But if you learn from your mistakes, it's like being in a war. You know, I survived.
Exactly.
I got through it.
I went through something, it made me better. I made myself better based on what I went through.
You could lose everything right now, but the one thing that you could take away is the expertise that you've done in the last, 15 years?
7. But
Yeah, 7.
You know what? I'm a little younger than you think I am.
I'm just saying that's, you know, those 7 years, you grew yourself to the success that you are now.
Yeah, that's right.
I mean, owning your own insurance firm is no small feat.
Right.
It's no small feat. That's a lot of work. And to build that to the success where you're at now.
Yeah. Thank you.
Good job, sir.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
job.
What was the biggest lesson you learned in your time as a business owner?
Hire slow, fire fast.
Okay.
Don't get emotionally connected to people that are going to pull you down.
Okay.
If this guy goes, oh, but Damien, I promise you, bro, trust me. The word trust me is such a big red flag in my life.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna fucking trust you.
Yeah.
You're gonna show me that you can reevaluate to my business. I'm not gonna trust shit. Show me the numbers. Show me what you're putting out. You are the weakest link if you don't fire your people that are taking you down.
Yeah.
You'll go down with the ship.
Yep. I've seen, I mean, on the flip side of that, I've seen in the insurance industry, and something I talked to about my manager is that your employees make or break the business.
Yeah.
And when they told me that I needed to hire somebody, it took me 3 months because I wanted to find the right person. I wasn't in a rush to just.
You did it the right way.
So far I'm following the advice already. But
awesome. Thanks again, man.
Yeah, good talking to you. Thank you.
What an awesome event. What an awesome amount of people. I mean, I'm really excited to be part of Tucson Business Networking. They're awesome people like Stacy. She's fantastic. She is so funny. I absolutely love it. That's the thing, guys. You just have to understand. Do you want to be successful? Get out there. If you don't want to be successful, stay at home. Watch TV. Stay complacent. If you want to be successful, be tenacious. Get out there. What it makes is lifelong relationships. Those lifelong relationships can always be used in your success in your business.